Namaste everyone. So welcome back to mathematics session. So let us continue the same chapter, that is sum application of trigonometry. So till question number 8 exercise 9.1 we completed. So in this video I am going to do 4 questions, that is question number 9 to 12. Now let us continue with question number 9. Before I start, let me read the question. So all of you be ready with your textbook and along with me start analyzing the question. So here is the diagram and the question is like this. You can see the angle of elevation of the top of the building from the foot of the tower is 30 degree. So you can see the diagram here. Always whenever there is no man in the question, that understood that the horizontal line is nothing but a ground. So BD is the ground and you can see here AB and CD. AB is the building and CD is the tower. And he is telling that the angle of elevation from the foot of the tower, means if this is the tower, from the foot of the tower, where is the foot here? D. From the foot of the tower, if you are observing the top of the building, the angle is 30 degree. I said already, if there is no man, imagine that at this point an observer is there. Means you are observing from at this point. Think this is nothing but an eye of an observer, or you are observing from there. And one more thing is given, the angle of elevation from the foot of the building, means you are observing the point, that is the top of the tower from the foot of the building. So angle of elevation is given 60 degree. So I hope clear. There are two angle of elevations here. One is from the foot of the tower, you are observing the top of the building, angle is 30 degree. And another is from the foot of the building, you are observing the top of the tower and angle is 60 degree. So you can ask me, you may get, I have drawn here the smaller height and here I have drawn the longer one. Why? So here, however you draw, no problem, but you can see here, there is 60 degree here. Means if this in this triangle, the angle is 60 degree. Always you concentrate when the angle is greater, the opposite side will be longer. So you can see this is 30 degree. So automatically the height of this will be smaller than the tower. Okay, sometimes you can guess, you can see in around you, sometimes building will be taller than the tower. But in this case, because of this angle, because of the bigger angle, the tower is longer and here it is a smaller angle, though building is smaller. So according to the angles, you can draw the diagram. Now let us start. Given, let AB be the building. Assume that AB is a building according to our diagram and CD be the tower and CD equals to 50 meter. Given the height of the tower is 50 meter and given CBD is 60 degree and given ADB is 30 degree and you can see the complete angle here, angle B and angle D will be 90 degree because the building and the tower are always perpendicular to the ground and we need to find the height of the building, that is AB. Now AB, you can see that AB is in the triangle ABD. So if you observe ABD, in this ABD triangle, we don't know any side, either AB or AD or BD. Because of that, let us pick the triangle which you know something. So what you know in this bigger triangle, you know one side, that is 50 meter. So pick the bigger triangle first. So in triangle BCD, the height of the tower is given 50 meter and if this is acute angle, so clearly I can take this as opposite, adjacent and hypotenuse. Now the time comes to pick the ratio. So out of 6 trigonometric ratio, which ratio is suitable here? So what ratio I have to pick? I said already, among 3 sides you know one side. So this is compulsory you have to take. Means the opposite you have to include. Now leaving opposite these two, which I have to include? Think once, already discussed in the previous questions. Be careful in taking the trigonometric ratio. Now I cannot take hypotenuse because you can see the hypotenuse are different and we don't know the value of it. So it is of no use. So take BD. Along with the opposite, take BD, that is adjacent. Why? Because BD is common for both the triangles. So after this, in future you can eliminate BD very easily. But whereas you cannot eliminate hypotenuse. So it creates a problem still. So for a better, but if you take hypotenuse you cannot do. You have to take BD. Why? Because BD is common for both the triangles, you can eliminate BD easily, or you can substitute the value of BD to get value of AB. Now, in triangle BCD, tan 60, tan is opposite by adjacent, that is CD by BD. What is tan 60? Root 3 equals to 50 by BD. And BD equals to, cross multiply, will get 50 by root 3. So, as usual, rationalize the denominator, multiply and divide it by root 3. 50 root 3 divided by root 3 into root 3 is 3. So, we got the value of BD is 50 root 3 by 3. Now, with the help of this value of BD, we can find the value of AB in triangle ABD. Now, let us take another triangle, that is ABD. So, consider ABD. So, in the previous triangle, we could find the value of BD. Now, with the help of BD, and I need to find the opposite, that is AB. So, again I have to take the trigonometric ratio which is related to opposite by adjacent. Opposite by adjacent is tan. That is tan 30 equals to AB by BD. So, take in triangle ABD, tan 30 equals to AB by BD. So, what is tan 30? Tan 30 is 1 by root 3 equals to, we need to find AB divided by BD value is, just now we found out from the previous triangle, that is 50 root 3 by 3. Now, if you send this whole part into the another side, because this is in the denominator division, it becomes multiplication. As it is, it will go to another side and it becomes multiplication. That is into 50 root 3 by 3. Again, don't reciprocate here and don't get confused. So, directly this full fraction you can send to the left side, then it becomes multiplication. You can see here root 3 and root 3 gets cancelled. So, what you got? 50 by 3. So, the value of AB is 50 by 3. And remember, whenever you have denominator 3, and now I cannot cancel here. 50 by 3 is, it is a standard form. There is no common factor, and you know that this type of decimal will be, it repeats. So, it is a repeating decimal. So, instead of dividing that, so better you write in the mixed fraction. Whenever you have 3, 7 or 11, if it is not cancelling, then write in the mixed fraction, that is 62 by 3. Therefore, we can conclude that the height of the building AB equal to 16.2 by 3 meter. Now, let me explain you question number 10. So, here is a diagram. So, be ready with your textbook and read the question. Two poles of equal height are standing opposite each other on either side of the road, which is 80 meter wide. Means here BC is a road, that is 80 meter wide road is there. End of the road means at both the ends of the road there are two poles which are at equal height. Means AB and CD. Both the poles are equal height. Both are at the end of the road, which is 80 meter width. Now, given at one point, that is from a point between them on the road, means between the road, between B and C, from any one point, means I have taken this point as P. From any point P, the angle of elevation of the top of this pole is given 60 degree and the angle of elevation of the top of another pole is given 30 degree. And he is asking to find the heights of the poles. As you know, both the poles are of equal height. So, we need to find the height of the poles. And you may get doubt that in the previous question I told, if the angle is greater, I said you have to draw the height bigger. And here angle is 30, you have to draw the smaller. But there it was, the situation was from the ends of the line. But here from the same point, you can see from the same point. In the previous question it was not from same point. The points were different. Now because it is same point and if it is 60 degree, the point will be near to this point B. Means the point B will be near to B. That's why both the heights are same. But here you can see this width, that is BP is smaller and PC will be longer. Don't worry about this, just draw the diagram. Even though you don't understand this, however you draw, it will come correct. And he has given that 60 and 30 respectively. So, the first one will be 60 and the another one will be 30 degree. Because if this is a point, from same point you are observing the elevations. So, the heights are equal. So don't get confused that in the previous question I told according to the angle, but that was from different points. Because the point is same here and the angles are different, so you may have the equal poles also. Now I should find the height of the poles. Now let us consider whatever he has given in the question. Given let AB and CD are the poles which are at the ends of the roads. Means at either end of the roads there are two poles and the width of the road he has given 80 meter. BC, that is width of the road, given 80 meter. So because you can observe the diagram, the full BC is not there in any one triangle also. The only part of the BC is there. That is BP in this triangle and PC in this triangle. So we cannot take BC in any one of the triangle. So this is very important question. Concentrate. So for that sake, because this full line is divided into two parts, so let us consider any one part. That is your wish. Either BP or PC. Any one you consider as X. Now, if I consider BP as X, what happens about PC? Automatically, it will become 80 minus X. So, if I consider this as X, this will become 80 minus X. You can consider whichever you want as X. You will get the answer correctly. So, BP, let us consider X. Because this full length is 80, so this becomes 80 minus X. Now, this is the starting assumptions, and he has given in the question that both the poles are of equal height. So, instead of using AB and CD both are different, you get confusion. When any two things are same, equate them to one alphabet. So, I am taking this as H. AB and CD both are equal, equate it to H. Now, I need to find this is the height of the poles. And given APB is 60 degree and DPC is 30 degree. And clearly you can see this angle B will be 90 degree and angle C is also 90 degree. Now consider any one triangle as you wish, any one triangle. Now I am considering the triangle ABP. So in triangle ABP, here you can see three things. I said already whenever you know one thing then you can take that. But here we don't know anything here. Particularly the height of the poles are unknown, but only we know this width. But that width also is question mark here. That is also completely don't know in this part. That's why now be careful. And this is very important question because it is incomplete data. So according to that we have to take the trigonometric ratio. Now what is this here? Hypotenuse, opposite and adjacent. Now which trigonometric ratio you want to pick? AB is compulsory because I need to find AB. And BP is compulsory because I already assumed BP as X. So with this only I could find something. If I take hypotenuse, we cannot do anything. That's why. So consider in triangle ABP tan 60. What is tan 60? Opposite by adjacent. AB by BP. Tan 60 you know it is root 3. And AB we considered it as H. So write it as H. And BP we consider it as X. So write it as X. So why we assume this as H? If you take AB and CD different, you get confusion. So better to take both to some alphabet. Now cross multiply, you get H equals to root 3x. So equation 1. With this value of H only, I can find AB and CD using another triangle, that is PCD. Now let us take another triangle to find the height of the poles. So the another triangle is DPC. So let us consider this, and this, because here it is 30 degree, this becomes opposite, adjacent and hypotenuse. And here we know the value, that is PC equals to 80 minus X. So again here I have to take the ratio of opposite by adjacent because I need to find opposite, that is height of the pole, and here with the help of this only I can find. So I have to use opposite by adjacent, that is tan. So in triangle PCD, tan 30 equal to CD by PC. What is tan 30? 1 by root 3 equals to. We have taken both the heights, that is height of the poles, let it be H. So replace that CD by H divided by PC. We have taken it as 80 minus X. Replace 80 minus X. Cross multiply, let H equal to 80 minus X by root 3. Don't rationalize here because X is not known still. So at the end we will see. So here not required to rationalize. Now from 1, we know what we got 1. We got in 1 equation 1 H equal to root 3x. So now from 1 and 2 means in left side in place of H. We know the value of H from 1 is root 3x. So substitute this the value of h from 1 here on left side. Now cross multiply. Root 3 into root 3 is what? Root 3 into root 3 is root 9, that is 3. So we get 3x equals to 80 minus x. And bring minus x to left side, it becomes plus. 3x plus 1x equals 4x, that is 80. And x equals to 80 by 4, that is 20. Now, I got the value of x now. But that is not our intention. We have to find the height of the poles. That is h value we should find. So consider now from 1. So from 1 we have h equal to root 3x. So what is value of x here? 20. Replace, don't write root 3 20. Always numerical should be, number should be one whole number. That is 20 root 3. So the height of the pole we got 20 root 3. If he has mentioned the value of root 3 in the question, then substitute the value of root 3 and multiply with 20. Otherwise, keep as it is. That is height of the poles. Both the poles are equal. That is AB equal to CD. It is 20 root 3 meter. Now let us move for the next question, that is question number 11. So here is given here, diagram also is given in the textbook, but in your exam, when they give the questions which are related to some application of trigonometry, diagrams will not be given. 100% diagrams will not be given. So by seeing the question, you need to draw the diagram. The diagram carries at least 1 mark, and if diagram goes wrong, the full question goes wrong. So be careful in drawing the diagram. Analyze the question properly, draw the diagram perfectly, and mention whatever he asked, whatever he has given. Then you get a picture or you get an idea to how to solve it. So he has given a TV tower stands vertically on a bank of the river, bank of a canal. From a point on the other bank directly opposite to the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 60 degree. Means he has given DB is a canal. So this is the canal, and at one end of the canal there is a tower, that is AB is the tower, and at the another end of the tower you are observing the top of the tower, that is angle of elevation is 60 degree. So the observing from the one end, other end of the canal, you are observing the top of the tower, which is angle of elevation given 60 degree. And he has given that from the another point 20 meter away from the point, means from this point 20 meter away, means you have to go this side. So away 20 meter away, so take another point, and again he has given that angle of elevation from this point to the top of the tower is 30 degree. So read the question carefully and draw the diagram. And this point to the foot of the tower. The angle of elevation of the top of tower is 30 degree. And given find the height of the tower and also find the width of the canal. So here we need to find two things. One is height of the tower, that is AB, and another is width of the canal, that is DB. Both we need to find. Now let us start. So here also you can see the two right angle triangles. One is ADB and another is ACB. Now if you consider anyone, you can consider either the ADB or ACB. Now I am considering the smaller one, that is ADB. So ADB. And one more thing, if you get a confusion that where you have to put 60, where you have to 30. So as I told before, as you move towards perpendicular, the angle increases. You can see here 60. When you move away, the angle decreases. This is also one hint to draw the diagram. And in this, let us consider here 60. So AB is opposite, DB is adjacent, and AD is hypotenuse. Now given AB be the canal, let AB be the canal and DB be the canal, and let AB be the tower, and given ACB equals to 30 degree, ADB equal to 60 degree, and also given the length from this point to this point, length is given 20 meter, and let DB, that is width of the canal, we don't know, so let us assume it as X. And we need to find AB and DB both. We have to find width of the canal, and also we have to find the height of the tower. Now let us go for the ratio. As usual, you have to take tan 60. Tan 60 equals to opposite by adjacent, that is AB by DB. Tan 60, you know it is root 3. AB, we need to find AB. You can, if you want, you can replace AB by H or anything, or else you can keep AB as it is. So X also, D is not compulsory that you have to take DB as X. but for better simplification, for easier way, so am assuming this as x, and you can assume AB also as h. So AB root 3 equals to AB by x. So cross multiply, you got AB, that is AB equal to root 3x. Take it as equation 1. Until unless I find x, I cannot find the height of the tower. How to find x? So with the help of the another triangle, that is ACB. Now let us take another triangle, that is ACB. So angle C, you can see here 30 degree, and the length, full length of CB. So here you have another point, that is D. This is 20 meter, and this we assumed as x. And again I have to take here ratio, that is tan. Tan 30 equals to AB by BC. So tan 30 is AB by BC. What is value of tan 30? 1 by root 3. And AB you keep as it is. BC, you can observe here, BC is nothing but CD plus DB. That is 20 plus x. So you can write in place of BC, that is 20 plus x. Now send this 20 plus x here, you will get 20 plus x divided by root 3. That is the value of AB, you got 20 plus x divided by root 3. Don't rationalize because you have another value which is unknown, that is x value. Keep as it is. And take this as equation 2. And from 1, you know that from another triangle, we proved AB, the value of AB we got as root 3x. Now in place of AB, you substitute, that is root 3x. So from 1 and 2, use 1 in 2. So we get root 3x equals to 20 plus x divided by root 3. So send root 3 here. Root 3 into root 3 is what? 3. That is 3x equals to 20 plus x. So bring x this side, we will get minus. 3x minus 1x is 2x equals to 20. So 2 ones are 2 tens are x equal to 10. So as you know that we assume that the width of the canal dB is x. So we got now the value of the width, that is dB equal to x equal to 10 meter. So we can conclude that width of the canal dB equal to 10 meter. Now I should find the height of the tower. So what is the height of the tower? We got AB as root 3x. So x value is 10. Substitute 10 root 3 meter. So height of the tower is 10 root 3 meter. Now let us move for the another question, that is question number 12. So it is very important question. As I said, there are two concepts here. What is angle of elevation and another is angle of depression. Till now we didn't come across with angle of depression. So in this question you are going to see what is angle of depression. And in this question you have both, that is angle of elevation and also angle of depression. And it is very important question for 4 marks. So let us start. From the top of a 7 meter high building. So always I said you building, building will be on the ground. So BC is the ground and AB is the building. So what is the height of the building given? 7 meter. So be careful, diagram is little bit tricky. Concentrate. 7 meter height building is on the ground BC. And also given the angle of elevation of the top of the cable tower means angle of top of the cable tower means CD is the tower, AB is the building. So means you are angle of elevation means you are looking up. You are looking up means naturally the building will be smaller than the tower. So that is understood. So practically if you think everything you can follow easily. So means from the top of the building, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower means whenever you stand on the top of the building and when you look at the tower up, so it is understood that the building height will be small and the tower height will be large. So from here you are observing the top of the tower, that is angle of elevation is 60 degrees. Suppose you think that this line is not there, that is AE. So I said already, if you want to take one angle, you need 2 arms. So this is the line of sight from A, that is from A to D. It is a line of sight you are observing from top of the building to the tower, top of the tower. And without arm, you cannot complete an angle. So this arm becomes a horizontal level which we already learned. When I explained in the introduction part, I told you there is a horizontal level. So because there is no arm, this acts as AE acts as a horizontal level which is parallel to the ground. So now given and the angle of depression of its foot. Whose foot? That is tower foot, given cable tower. So angle of elevation of the top of the cable tower from the point A is 60 degree, and from the same point the angle of depression means whenever depression comes you look down. So whenever you look down the foot, it means the same cable tower, the foot of the cable tower you are looking down. So from here the angle of depression becomes 45 degree. Now you can observe here, when this is 45 degree, you can observe here these two lines are parallel and this is a transversal, and you can say that very easily that if this is 45 degree, this angle is also 45 because alternate interior angles. So with this 45 I cannot find, so you have to take whenever there is an angle of depression. So this angle of depression comes into another triangle with the help of alternate interior angles. That is, this is equal to 40 and this is also 40. You can observe here the Z shape. Whenever you come across with alternate interior angles, you can look at this shape, that is Z. So these two are alternate angles when these two lines are parallel. Now what we need to find actually here, we need to find the height of the cable tower. Where is the cable tower here? The cable tower is CD. So we need to find the full height of the tower. But if this is 7 meter, so by looking it looks like a rectangle. It may be a square also, but at present it looks like a rectangle. You know that in rectangle opposite sides are equal. So if this is 7 meter, the opposite side is also 7 meter. So let me take EC is also 7 meter. And what about DE? If you don't want to take alphabets, you can consider any alphabet, that is, instead of taking DE, you can take it as X. So or H as you wish. So I have taken as X. That is, this full height of the cable tower becomes 7 plus X. If you find X value, then you can add with 7. You will get the height of the cable tower. Now let us start. So with which triangle you want to start? In triangle ABC. So in triangle ABC, you can see from the diagram, I have picked this triangle, and this diagram not necessary to do. For your better understanding, I am doing again the small diagrams. So this is angle B, that is 90 degree. Here is given 7 meter, and here you can see it is 45 degree. This is 45. You cannot take in this triangle. So listen always, the base should be always a ground. So that you have to consider. So this becomes angle of depression, and because of alternate angles you can say this is 45. Now what we have to take? Which ratio you have to take? Yes, that is tan 45. Why tan 45? Opposite, I know the value, and adjacent. So this is opposite, this is adjacent. Opposite by adjacent. Why I need to take? Because you can see that BC and AE are opposite to each other and they are equal. And if I take the another right angle triangle where it is ADE, so it helps. So because of that, we have to take opposite by adjacent. So in triangle ABC, now let us assume what he has given: AB be the tower, AB be the building, and CD be the cable tower, and DA is 60 degree. Angle EAC and angle ACB, this both angles are equal to 45 degree, and given height of the building, that is 7 meter. And CD, I need to find the height of the cable tower. Now in triangle ABC, tan 45 equals to opposite by adjacent, that is AB by BC. What is tan 45? 1. AB is 7 meter by BC. Cross multiply, you get BC equal to 7 meter. Once you observe this diagram, just now when AB was 7, we took EC is also 7. And I got BC also 7. When BC is 7, what about AE? These are also opposite sides. So naturally BC and AE both will be equal to 7 meter. So BC and AE both I got as 7 meter. But this is not our answer. I need to find this. I got 7 meter. So this also is 7 meter. Now with the help of 7 meter and X and 60 degree, I can find the value of X. Once I find the value of X, I can add with 7 so that I get the height of the tower. Now it became a square because all sides are equal. That don't bother about whether it is a square or a rectangle. We need to find now DE using another triangle. Now at present we got BC and AE both are 7 meter. Now let us take another triangle, that is AED. So before we have taken A, B, C and we proved that BC is 7 meter and also AE is 7 meter. Now let us consider this triangle, that is AED. So write whatever we know, 60 degree. This is just now we proved it is 7 meter. So AE becomes 7 meter and opposite already we considered it as X and adjacent you write down. Now I need to find DE. Already I know the length of EC. If I know DE, I can add to get the height of the cable tower. Now for that I have to take here again tan. Tan 60 equals to opposite by adjacent. So that is DE by AE. What is tan 60? Root 3. DE we have taken as X by AE we found out it as 7. So cross multiply we get X equal to 7 root 3. Now height of the tower. We need to find the height of the full tower, that is CD. That is CD equal to, you can observe the diagram, the full tower CD is nothing but X plus 7. X plus 7. What we got X here? 7 root 3 plus 7. If you take common, 7 is common in both the terms. So nothing but here it is into 1. So when you take 7 common, in this root 3 is remaining plus and here 1 is remaining. So answer is 7 into root 3 plus 1 meter. As already said, whenever he mentioned in the question the value of root 3, then only you utilize the value and simplify and give the decimal answer. Otherwise, keep as it is. So with this, we completed 4 questions in this session, that is from question number 9 to question number 12. I hope everyone understood, and all these questions are very, very important. The last means from here, this question is very, very important. Every year I can see in the paper, it is for 4 marks. So thank you. I hope everyone understood and trying your level best. Thank you.